Hey, well, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to my personal journey through music. As if you even cared, right? What do we have on the workbench today? Nothing but a mess, because I have been working. I did two videos on one of Jimmy's guitars, and I found that, yeah, there was definitely an issue with the pickup. And I'll do a little bit more explaining of that in just a bit. But where is the culprit? What did I do with it? Did I toss it into trash, or did I even bother to keep it? Let me see here in my junk drawers. No, I think I tossed it because it was just kind of like, it was just one of those things. I wasn't going to use anyway. So yeah, it's probably in the dumpsters. Anyway, so his guitar had a super switch in it, and I was kind of thrown off because the reading on the super switch on the humbucker was very, very low. So I decided I didn't like that. It was at a 3.5K, and I was like, yeah, something's up with that. So I decided to just junk it. I wasn't going to waste my time with it. So let's go over here because now I'm trying to ask myself, why did Fender wire it the way that they did with the super switch and the pickup running only at 3.5 K. So this is his guitar. It's all stock. It's got a Linko 5 pickups. But the thing about the pickup is, if you guys know a lot about Fender pickups, they're a real pain in the ass because of the way the wires in the back are different. Each Fender pickup, sometimes it'll start, like red, green, black, and white, and vice versa. Sometimes they'll be black, green, red, and white, and you're never really understanding because there's usually two hots and a ground and all of this. And so the first time I wired it up, based going off of the black wire being the hot, because that's the way the super switch was set up, the black wire on this pickup was running as hot. Was anybody really in here? That's the thing I am not certain of. Because after I decided to use a regular Fender 5-way selector, I noticed that the pickup really is in 8.5K output. So why would Fender do that? I don't know. And then these were running in 7. These were like at 7K, 7 something, but these were running hot, which is probably a Linko 5s. Were they even using a Linko 5s back in 2011? Most likely. But this was running underpowered. I can't imagine it was going to sound any good. So, anyway, am I speaking too loud? Why am I shouting? Stupid, right? So yeah, let me tone it down a bit. This is running now at 8.5, but when I first wired it up, it sounded like crap. So I knew right away that the wiring configuration in here is not right according to how it was already pre-wired with the super switch. So I said, okay, I'm going to have to figure this one out. So what I did was, let me go over here to THU. Let me pull up what I did here. And so what are the chances that this was even going to be correct? But for you guys out there who have multiple Fender, and they're just crazy. They're never really the same, the wiring on the back. This is really the wiring that is definitely the right one. This worked for me. So you see how different they are. Well, and they're all running sort of the same, but that's not my point. Is that this configuration was the right one after all? And so I did it like this, pretty much. Why is this? Come on, get out of there! Hey, good grief! I can't handle it. Okay. So yeah, the red and the ground definitely ground it, the black and the white soldered together, and the green it's a hot. So why was they using this? I don't understand. Anyway, it doesn't matter now because it sounds pretty good. So let's just take Jimmy's guitar. We'll run it through a couple sounds using THU, and we'll just kind of get a deal of what's going on now with the guitar. I'm completely finished with it. I will continue. Am I shouting again? Hold on. Okay, well, welcome back. So this is Jimmy Strat, and what do we do? Well, other than getting rid of the super switch and going to a regular standard 5 switch, I definitely think it's fantastic. I mean, and then of course I had to take it apart and get to the wire configuration that was most likely good. And we also changed the saddles. We went from the bent saddles to these beautiful saddles, and the intonation has been done, so those look really nice. It had some really nasty looking saddle, guys. I don't know why Fender continues to use bent saddles that just are inferior to bent saddles that have a built-in groove in them. So I don't really know why they, like, even PRS guitars or even Music Man guitars that use bent saddles, they have now a groove inside of them. So I don't know why Fender just can't upgrade their tooling, you know. So I did the intonation, we're good there. Polished the frets, hydrated the neck, took some 1000 grit sandpaper to the back of the neck, and it's like any one of my other Strats here. It sounds great. It sounds good. This is the bridge. Before was definitely out of phase, and you know that sound, that very nasally, it was nasty. All right, position 2. And it's got some quack in number 2. I like that. Middle position. Middle pickup. You've heard it before. capacitors on the pots were a little different. Not something I was usually. There was the brown capacitor, but there was also one of those rounded ones on the middle tone pot. So a little different, and this one has the bigger headstock. I did add a string tree because I didn't like the fact that there was no break angle whatsoever on the D and G string. So I had one of those, and just to kind of give it a little bit more of a break angle. I think if I'm going to find another shallow stem on it, I like to bring it even down a little bit more. I don't like the nut. It feels plasticky to me. I don't think it's bone. I don't know why Fender would ever use a bone nut on a 2011. It looks more plasticky to me, and it doesn't feel and look like bone to me, but what do I know? I could look it up too, guys. Why don't we look it up and see if there's this is an older body. Let's just check it out and see. Maybe there is. All right, no image available, but we do know for a fact here that I have it up. This was an alder body, polyester shaped Stratocaster, bridge, 6-saddle vintage style, synchronized tremolo, bridge pickup, Tex-Mex, fat Strat humbucking, color is pewter, black plastic, blah blah blah, rosewood neck, 9.5 radius, medium jumbo. Yeah, so Tex-Mex single coil Strat. That's nice. That's good. It doesn't say what particular Alinco magnets they're using in that. So it's Deluxe HSS 1999 to 2007 rosewood fingerboard. Interesting. Satin urethane maple, Tex-Mex coil, single coil, modern C, 21 frets, synthetic bone. That's why that looks kind of goofy. It's that synthetic bone stuff, guys. But hey, what do you know? It's synthetic at least. 3-ply, blah 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 series, and just kind of like a repeat. So yeah, that's what it is. Let's do a little bit of the neck. Sounds great. Let's do a little bit of the This is a 20. I think the information. This is maybe a different neck. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ah, so this one. It's throwing me off. Tuning's holding up pretty good. I mean, these are brand new strings, Diodarios. Yeah, it's getting a little whacked, you know, but that's good. It'll break in. So I think it sounds great, man. Like most Strats, I think Stratocasters to me are just the guitar to do anything with. Try the Crybaby with the neck pickup. Yeah, it's got some spank, it's got that twang, it's got that quack quack going on, it's got a lot of things going on. The volume's at 3 right there. I guess the weak thing about yeah, that's a little out. mean, in all intents and purposes, that's what this guitar is designed to do. I mean, you don't have to do anything to it other than play it, get used to how it feels. It feels great. It's got that nice rosewood feeling to it. Really nice neck. The 1000 grit sandpaper on the back just feels absolutely great. Nice and smooth now. There'll be no streaking. Vintage style tuners, they kind of give a little. They're not as firm as your machine type tuners, but they're great. This is a good guitar. Definitely got good bones, alder body. You can't ask for more than that. And if you wanted to drop in anything in this guitar, it would be definitely worth it. But you don't have to. I mean, it's got plenty of versatility, just the way that it is. So, thank you, Jimmy. Yeah. So this one is a winner chicken dinner, like all Strat. It's just a little investment. With some new saddles. It's like totally nice to play. Sounds great. Got rid of that nasty super switch. I think this thing's smoking badass, really. It's just a nice guitar to sit down and enjoy in the evening. On the clean side, just kind of sit there and... One of the things I enjoy about an instrument, especially a Strat, is just playing it with different pressure, technique, It's got great playability. It's really super slinky. I just love hearing the sounds of these Fender pickups. Are great. Nobody likes them pickups. There you go, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming and joining this channel. Jimmy gave me an ovation that he inherited, and it's one of those old ones. And like all ovations, I've hated every ovation I've ever played. I've never liked an ovation. He got one in, and I just said, I'd like to just check it out and add it to the list of ovations that I'm going to hate. And of course he brought it, and when we met and I looked at it, and he had the action, of course, was high, and okay, it's probably very playable down here, but very high over here. But it's hard to say. They're one of the hardest guitars to ever work on because you have a fixed bridge on the Ovation, and then you have electronics sort of bridge humbucker. Now, from what I've read, it's hopefully the only way to bring the action down is there should be some factory shims underneath the Ovation bridge, is what I'm hoping for. If not, well, then it's just going to be like any other Ovation. It's going to be very high and very hard to play at the rear side of it. I'm sure it's a nice guitar. It's one of their thinner models, older ones, but if it doesn't have any shims on there, I mean, it would take a luthier to unglue it, and shave down the whole bridge using, that would be costly, to do that, to take it off and then put it back in to bring down, because I don't see how it's possible. The neck is pretty straight on that Ovation. I don't see you can do much to it, if at all. So maybe just clean it up, and some new strings is all it's really gonna be able to do. Because unless it has some shims, I don't see the action getting lower. Not like a Strat where you really can manipulate it. Putting the shim in the neck if it needs one, and adjusting the neck relief, and then setting the radius on the bridge. So this one just took a little bit more effort to get it where it is today. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you learned something in all this. The one wiring on the Fender humbucker is correct. It worked here. The way Fender had it wired up with that super switch, I don't know why. The reading on this was at a 3.5 wired to the super switch. So I don't understand the reasoning. Maybe you do. I don't. But this is running at its full capacity at 8.5. So there's a big difference. And I don't imagine it. Why would you underpower the humbucker? It's perfectly balanced between all of the other two single coils. So I don't know. If you have any theory to that, drop a comment and just say hi. The next video will be Jimmy's Ovation. It's not going to be much because it's not going to, I recorded a video with this twice, but I felt like I wasn't doing it any justice because it wasn't sounding right, and I knew I was going to have to do some extra work. So, but altogether, now that I'm completely done with it, I can say, yeah, this is definitely a winner chicken dinner. I just had to trust and believe that this particular wiring schematic on the internet was right, and yeah, I did it that way, versus the way that it was wired previously. So this is definitely the better sound, more balanced. It's not out of phase, that's for sure. So all right, well, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for those of you who subscribe to this unpromoted YouTube channel, and I do appreciate your time, and just want to say hi and thank you for coming here, spending time with you. It does have a fake American neck plate, and so I did tighten it down, but yeah, that's not the original neck plate. So I did put a piece of foam here to kind of kill any spring noise. But this is a good Strat. I mean, it's good for a lot of things if you want to do, neck pickup replacement, anything like that. Am I talking too much? Have a good day, guys. Thanks for joining this channel. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for visiting with Todd here on my personal journey through music. I do more music videos on my TikTok channel. I think I'll leave a link if you guys want to stop in and say hi. I do more recordings because I like the editing on the TikTok videos. You can add a little special effects. So I do more jamming on that. And here I'm doing more of this, talking about blah blah blah, and and you got it's like everybody else on YouTube. It's like, what's new? I will say the T's guitar is coming out with some really nice guitars. What's got my interest is that green, Sonic green one that Torsten came out with. That's looking really nice. But I did notice he raised the prices on some of the higher end units. But that green one on sale for $179. Oh my God, that's very tempting because you can drop some really good pickups on that. It's a very pretty looking guitar. Pretty looking. It's got good bones, you know. Yeah, so who knows? Will I be tempted to buy that one too? We'll see. Take care, guys.